What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is so great to see your smiling, beautiful faces. Well, at least I hope you're smiling. It's a good day. It's a good day to smile. Today we're going to talk about the best possible settings for your Canon EOS R and how to take this beast of a camera to the next level. Now let's get into it. I may sound like a broken record, but Australia is hot. Okay, so the very first thing you're gonna wanna do with this beast of a camera is change your frames per second to 24 or 23.9, something, I don't know, 24 frames per second. It's the most cinematic looking FPS there is. You get the most motion blur, and it's just, yeah, that 30 frames per second just doesn't look good, and that 60 frames per second. Unless you're doing slow-mo, don't mess with it. To each their own, you know, some people prefer it, but I just think 24 frames per second is the way to go if you're trying to get the best looking footage, the most cinematic looking footage. Definitely 24 frames per second. Now, when you're choosing your frames per second, make sure you choose 24 FPS all eye. There's a 24 FPS IPV option, but that's going to give you a little bit lower quality image. So if you're going for the maximum, you know, quality in your videos, choose all eye. Whether you're shooting in 24, 30, or 60, there'll be an all eye option for all of those. So the native ISO in this camera is 400, so I always try to stick around 400. I don't really go below it, maybe 320 sometimes, but 400 is where I stick at, unless I'm going into low light situations where I need to bring the ISO up. I try not to go over 800 to 1600. So yeah, stick around 400 for your ISO and you'll be sweet. All right, moving right along. The next thing is I recommend shooting in C-Log. Obviously, C-Log gives you a flat image, gives you a lot more to work with when you're color correcting, and it's gonna bring out the shadows and the highlights a lot better than if you're shooting in a normal picture profile. Now, in your C-Log settings, change your color profile to neutral. I believe that looks more natural in the color department with this camera. Now, while I'm shooting in C-Log, in the camera, I like to bring the sharpness up 3 or 4. It's just, when you're shooting in C-Log, it obviously unsharpens your image. So when you go into post and you forget to sharpen it, it kind of looks a little bit muddy. So I always bring up the sharpness a little bit. Yeah, this is the image that you get with the sharpness. I think my sharpness is up at 4 right now. So, you know, play around with it and you'll see what works for you. Now, last but not least, when you have all this footage in your editing software and you edit it all up and you're gonna export it, make sure to export the footage at 4K. Even if you shot in 1080p, it's gonna improve the footage, trust me. I do it for all of my videos, and a lot of YouTubers do that as well. They'll just shoot in 1080p and then upscale to 4K, especially when you're uploading to YouTube, because YouTube's compression just likes to really screw up everything. So when you give YouTube a higher quality to work with, it's gonna not screw it up as much. So always export in 4K because it's just gonna make your footage look that much better. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap up this video. Now, I mentioned in my last video that I'm giving my Canon EOS M50 away. EOS, Electronic Operation System, I'll never know how to say it. Yes, I'm giving my M50 away. To enter, all you gotta do is subscribe, then go down to the description and hit the link. It's gonna bring you to my Instagram post, and all you're gonna wanna do is tag a friend, tag as many friends as you want. One friend is one entry, so just, you know, the more you post, the more you comment and tag your friends, the higher chance you have of winning this M50. And yeah, I really hope it goes into the hands of somebody that's going to appreciate it. And yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this. So now remember to like and subscribe if this video helped you, and comment down below if you have any other questions or any other suggestions. You may be helping other people out as well. So until next time, everybody, peace.